Welcome to Turn the Page. I'm Esther Grit. Let's go. I've been a consistent runner for many years now. I've completed marathons, ultra marathons, and then one day I'm cycling and I get hit by a car. Fortunately for me, I survived with a whole bunch of bruises, cuts and scrapes and a damaged ego. After recovery, I started to bring back the workout routine that I once did, as well as gradually started to increase my running again. However, since the accident, I'm a lot more susceptible to injuries, specifically on the right side of my body. Currently, the injury status is tendinopathy symptoms, which is affecting the gluteus medius, which is then also impacting my hip and the lower back region. So what I would really like to know is what is flaring this issue. And so it is going to be an elimination process. I've decided in this chapter, I'm going to get a gait analysis. During the assessment, I will be monitored and observed by a specialist while the treadmill captures data of my running technique. I'm hoping this analysis will identify areas that might be affecting the tendinopathy. I'd also like to know, can I actually run? Is my running technique any good? Most importantly, I'm hoping that this analysis will provide some information on my overall body mechanics to help me improve in my performance for high rocks, to be a better runner, and to help me sleep at night without feeling a sharp pain in the side of my hip. So this will be an elimination process. Personally, I actually don't think it is my running because I've been running for such a long time now and I've never really had an issue. It was only up until I had the accident that I have started to notice these injuries occurring on the right side of my body. But I'm no expert, so I'm gonna go see some professionals that know what they're talking about, and I'm taking you along with me. So let's go.
So yeah, have a look at distribution of pressure. So like if you're a bit wobbly and stuff like that, looks at stride length, we'll look at stride frequency, we'll look at horizontal and vertical forces and power for different intensities of exercise as well. So you get a fair bit of information from it. Now it should give you off we go. Walking, it's not so like this. Find that natural jogging pace. Don't stress too much about where else you are. And now this is where we want you actually have a proper run. And we will do another test as well where we have you doing just a run for 30 seconds. Okay. So you will get some more running information as well. Perfect, get a little rest in.
Okay, I feel like I'm kind of forcing the walk.
100%. It is a bit annoying. We're off again, apologies. Talking too much. It's a bit annoying, like that initial start, but hopefully once you do get moving, it just, the only thing about these curves, and it's what we were talking about before, is it tends to force you to overstride a little bit.
Yeah.
You can take a rest for now. We are going to come over and have that look.
I feel like I could have done better.
That's why we do multiple, don't worry. We'll give you another crack at it. Overall, we're sitting at about 94% symmetry, which is pretty good. Stride length is identical just then, on average, so about 0.92 meters, so just under a meter on stride length. Imagine if you were on actually moving, then it would make a fair difference. So you're actually 97% symmetry. This is your symmetry index, and then these are all the parameters that we're looking at. So the first one is rate, so steps per second, I believe, you're just under 3. And then in length, we're at, so you're actually a little bit longer than that. Are you right side dominant?
I'm right-handed.
Yeah, so potentially just because of the curve, that right side was overstriding because it was a little bit stronger, just to get it moving. Horizontal force is nice and even, across the board. Yeah, wow, look at the difference in flight. Yeah. Which side is the tendon opposite side? Right. Yeah, so in the air, much less hard on that right side. So you're landing quicker. So you're in, so the stride is suggest maybe shorter on that right side as well.
Okay.
And there's actually quite surprising that we've got some quite even vertical force.
And the length is actually longer. So it'd be interesting when we get the side on footage.
Yeah, so
if you're actually getting that right hip high, if you're lifting that left thigh up, and then you're getting less distance, but it's got more flight time. So the right might be a bit shallower and it's still getting that length.
I'd say so. Just having a look. Power, we're actually producing more power on that right side as well, so it's pointing potentially towards like some form of mechanical inefficiency somewhere that's just causing a slight lopsidedness on that. Now it's time to do it again. Alright, and you can get that on there, and in a second we will be ready to go. And if it doesn't count you in, we're off. Beautiful. But we're just having a little watch of the gait and then the still overstriding a little bit on that right foot. So I think what we did on the first one was, you know, when you start your sprint and you are doing that big step, I think that threw it off, but that one's way better.
Yeah.
Tells us that we're probably not as exaggerated as we thought. It's actually looking really, really good there. Big difference is the stride length at the moment. So let's do one more. All right, and then you can hop back on there. All right, and we are ready to go. So you can kick off, get that thing moving. All right, just plugging it in 3 seconds this time. Perfect. Now getting up to a running pace. Beautiful. Good. I reckon we're good ready on this one. Perfect. Settle in. And that was the final run completed. You've got a jog, a walk and a jog. Awesome. A little bit harder that time for her.
Yeah.
And this will be the last thing on the way. How was that? So okay?
I think so.
Yeah? Nice and good. Not looking like there's anything serious. We're halfway through. Almost done. Awesome. 60 seconds left. Almost done. very, very symmetrical on that last one. So that was your best one yet, 99%. Across the board, it's pretty good. Stride length, 1.03 piece, so identical in stride length. Same with horizontal and vertical, so it's fairly settled in. And then frequency is identical as well. Very, very well. Yeah. Did 323 steps on the left, 322 on the right, so that's exactly what we want to see from that.
We had practice.
Yeah, you've done a few of them. This is trial 4, I believe. But it seems to be pretty good. You do tend to, I believe, I'll need to refresh myself, I believe this bottom side is lateral. So I believe that would mean that you are tending to roll out. So it seems which is sort of what you want, like you're on the outside of the foot, but it just seems like you're favouring a little bit, so essentially rolling.
Yeah, I can feel it.
Yeah. Across the board, all looking pretty damn good. Nothing like jumping out considering there's a couple of little niggles.
Well, that was fun. My cardio for the day.
Yeah, that's the way.
So, I finally got the report back for the gait analysis. I'm pretty sure I pronounced it Gant. There's obviously no N. I don't know where I got Gant from, but anyway, it's a gait analysis. G-A-I-T, obviously. Anyway, I got the report back. Overall, your results demonstrate good lower limb strength, efficient running mechanics, and excellent movement symmetry. Your gait analysis showed balanced step counts, force and power production with an excellent symmetry index of 0.992, indicating minimal differences between limbs during running. The only notable finding was a difference in ground contact time. However, as all other gait variables remained highly symmetrical, this is likely influenced by testing conditions rather than representing a true biomechanical defect. So that's referring to the treadmill curvature. If you're watching the footage, if you noticed, I was taking quite a big lunge, a forceful step forward to get the treadmill moving, and that's what they're referring to. So doesn't look like it's my running technique's looking pretty good. I'll put up the gait parameters. As you can see, everything's looking quite consistent, and it's a little biased towards the right leg. I actually do feel very strong on the right leg. I'm probably relying on the right side of my body quite a bit, and I guess it's compensating for something and putting a lot of pressure just on that gluteus medius area. Not too sure, still investigating, still eliminating. Strength and power testing will be the next video, so stay tuned for that. And until then, keep turning the page, and I'll see you in the next upload. And don't forget to like and subscribe. Woo!